Hi, my name is Ashley Ediger, and this is my Assignment 5 reflection over my unit. So the unit that I decided to do was, I'm a second grade teacher, and so one of the big things that we teach in second grade is how to add two double-digit numbers together. And then later in the year, we'll get to 3- and 4-digit numbers as well. So we really taught a lot of place value leading up to this. And so my objectives, I guess the first question is, do the tasks yield appropriate evidence of the identified understandings? And yes, I would say so. My learning objectives were that I wanted students to use manipulatives to solve double-digit addition problems, as well as explain their thinking throughout the process. I didn't want them to just do the standard algorithm. I wanted them to really have a deep understanding of what this concept is. But I also wanted them to use the standard algorithm to solve the problems and be able to find errors in a problem that is already done and then make the correction. So those were kind of my objectives for the unit. So as I walked around and did informal observations, just as teaching the lesson, I saw that the majority of my students were accomplishing these objectives throughout. We did a lot of practice problems using the manipulatives, and then we kind of did them side by side as I taught the algorithm with it, and then eventually we got to just doing the standard algorithm. And so I saw that students were being able to explain the process. They were using the standard algorithm along with the base 10 blocks. One of the activities that we did was a reflective video. So I had students use an iPad and record a partner explaining what they were doing with the blocks. And so I really think that shows evidence of their learning and their understanding as well, because when you can explain something to someone else, you often have a good understanding of it yourself. Now, one of my objectives, like I said, was to find errors in a problem that was already done. And this did not go quite as well as I had hoped. And so I think next time I do need to do a little more scaffolding with that and kind of show them what that looks like. And then just a little bit more practice. This isn't a skill that just comes super quick. You got to do some practice with it and give them time to really understand what's going on. So that's something that I will continue to teach in here, and then next time make sure I really scaffold that the right way. The next question is, do the tasks involve a complex, real-world, or authentic application of the identified knowledge, skill, and understanding? I'd say yes. Adding double-digit numbers is something that students are going to need to know for the rest of their life throughout their education. I could, however, do a better job of making the real-world application known. So next time I think I would maybe start out the unit with a word problem to show why it's important. So maybe say I'm at the grocery store and I want to buy two different items, and one is this price and one is this price. How do I need to know how much money I have? Just adding those simple numbers together to show them this is something you're going to need in the rest of your life. So next time I would definitely make that known. Question 3, are a variety of appropriate assessment formats used to provide additional evidence of learning? So I used a summative assessment at the end, just kind of a big wrap-up of they had to use some with regrouping, some without regrouping, and use the standard algorithm, but they could use manipulatives to help them. I did a lot of informal observations, just walking around as I was teaching the lessons. The video recording with their explanation of the process was a type of assessment. But one thing I could have done maybe just to document a little bit more throughout the lessons, because this unit went 6 lessons. And so I think just to make sure I could see who was making progress each day, is maybe do an exit ticket at the end of each lesson so that I had a little bit more data about who got it right away and maybe who took a little bit more time throughout. So that's an idea for next time. And then the fourth question is, are students given the opportunity to self-assess and reflect upon their learning and performance? So throughout the lessons, I had them give me like a thumbs up or sideways if they were kind of getting it, or a thumbs down to kind of assess where they were with the skill, and that kind of lets them check in and kind of ask themselves where they are. They were also able to self-assess and reflect when they did the video recordings explaining the process. But one way that I could maybe deepen that reflection is to watch the video recording and rate themselves using the rubric. That way they can really look back on that. And so that is my evaluation. I think the unit went well, but there's always things that I can work on for next time. So thank you for watching. Bye.